So a couple things where I am #blessed enough to have the resources to be able to move wherever I want. But I still live here where the winter cold hurts my face, my beautiful face, and my favorite football team also hurts my face and my soul, by the way. But again, we're not going to show her the final score. Allegedly, the greasy grimy Green Bay Packers allegedly beat the Vikings 41-17. But I'm just going to show the NFC North standings. I don't know. 12-4 is pretty damn good, right? 12-4 is like 50% better than 8-8, and it's like infinitely better than 3-13. Although, can't do the math on that. Anyways, but the Vikings, whatever against the Packers. Fall to the 3 seed. We'll get into that, but we got winners and losers from the game. So winner number 1, Josh Metellus. I mean, who knew that was the high point? Josh Metellus, back-to-back blocked punts. I mean, he blocked the last punt against the Giants, so it truly is a back-to-back. But special teams player of the year? Question mark. Has it ever been just a general special teamer, not a kicker or returner? Who knows? Jalen Speedy Naylor, 47-yard touchdown, first of his career, although he had to wait because the referee is taking their time. Oh, it's offsides. Yeah. But 3 catches for 89 and a touchdown. I do think that Speedy, hold on. We need to take that back because it looked like it was Jalen Naylor's responsibility on the 105-yard kick return, but Jalen, the receiver, did pretty well today. And he could be something down the line. Diesel Dalvin Tomlinson got a sack on 4th down. Should have been a strip sack, but of course the refs are just like, no. But yeah, he also got in a couple passing lanes, disrupted some throws. Big time game from him. Duke Shelley, tackles and passes broken up. I love Duke Shelley, man. I do. He just makes plays. He's tough as nails, pound for pound. He's a tough-ass football player. I love him. KJ Osborne, where KJ was trying to pull a Colts game, where he was trying to spark this team at the end of the first half and beginning of the second half. Didn't really take, but 7 catches for 59 yards and a touchdown. Kirk Cousins running. I mean, Madison mercifully had a couple of nice carries at the end of the game in garbage time, but Kirk was leading the team in rushing with 37 yards on 3 carries, picked up a couple first downs, whatever. Cameron Bynum, who is really growing and showing as a safety, he pursues and he tackles like a linebacker. He's a heat-seeking missile. I love him. I love Asamoah. Asamoah also got dinged up a little bit, but Bynum led the team in 9 tackles and looked good. WTF. So we determined we needed to have a category in between winner and loser just to talk about things. But the injuries, man. All right, so Schlutman went down, broke his leg. Going to be out for the rest of the way. Brian O'Neill had a calf injury. Hopefully he's going to be able to come back from that for the playoffs. Asamoah was in and out of the tent a couple times. Dalvin was hurt. It was just a garbage field, man. I understand both teams had to play on the field, but, I mean, the Packers are used to it, and the Vikings, I don't know. Yeah, it's just a mess all the way around. Losers list. So Kevin O'Connell's got to be up first and foremost. So respect to what Kevin O'Connell has done in his rookie season with the Vikings, where 12 wins. I mean, that's a hell of an accomplishment, but no call, no show against the Eagles. That's fine. You're on the road against a tough opponent, primetime debut, etc. But then you have the comeback against the Bills. Trying to avoid the emotional hangover, you get schwacked by the Cowboys. And then you go on the road against Detroit, who was a hot team, but you have a chance to secure the division that week, and not so much, right? And then this one, you have a chance to stay alive for the 1 seed with Philly losing. You have a chance to end the Packers season, your first game in Lambeau, and you did this. Just not having the team ready, not scheming Jefferson open, some bad game management decisions, not calling a timeout when there's obviously 10 men on the field, where Rodgers literally gave you 20 seconds to think about it. So stupid. The refs, or the Lambeau field like we talked about, absolute garbaggio, where the league has launched investigations into what's been going on with the playing surfaces, where, yeah, you want grass fields, but it's got to be quality grass. I mean, it was just soup out there. It was a mess. It was ridiculous. It greatly put the Vikings at a disadvantage, so whatever. The refs, so the refs will call it taunting if you just look at someone weird, just like, If you give someone the stink eye, they'll throw the 15-yard penalty. But Jair Alexander, was like, I had a pass broken up where Jefferson just dropped on the sidelines, and then he does a gritty right in his face. How is that not a penalty? How is that not, by definition, taunting? I don't get that one, man. Also, missed a clear hold on Bynum on the return for a touchdown. It was just spotty all day, right? The whole, how come Bakhtiari, this is happening with Bakhtiari. Watch this. Or Bakhtiari will rock back and forth in his stance. Also, he'll get a half-second jump on every single snap. Every single time, man. It's just Stupid, man. The goal line offense, kick coverage unit first, the 105-yarder to Nixon, where Naylor, that looked like his lane. And also, by the way, the Packers playing a little bit fast and loose with the injury report, where Nixon DNP'd Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with the groin. I was like, he may not play, but he looked perfectly fine. Same thing with Christian Watson with that hip injury, whatever. So sort of like the Bills of Josh Allen's elbow. It's like, we're playing games here. That's so stupid. Jar Alexander's gritty. And Jar's going to come out and say that I shut down Justin Jefferson, 1 catch for 15 yards, a career low for Jefferson. But no, it was a safety help over the top. Like, Jar traveled with Jefferson, sure, but he got safety help every single time. They were doubling and bracketing him. So I don't want to hear that Jar Alexander shut down Jefferson. And also, what really shut down Jefferson was Chris Reed snapping, but we'll get to him. Hawkinson's dropped a third down, and then also deflection that caused a pick six. It really snowballed from there. Greg Joseph missed from 46 and 50. He was a hero the last couple weeks, and then what have you done for me lately, man? Chris Reed snapping. I understand it's him coming into a tough situation, and the Vikings were already down Bradbury, and now they're down Schlutman, and now Chris Reed's a third-string center. You have to know the snap counts. You have to know the cadence, man. Like, how many penalties, either false starts on Ezra, which weren't his fault, Chris Reed not snapping the ball in time, or delay of games? Was it 3, 4, 5? Somewhere in there, like just sapping this team of energy and momentum and just taking it away. And hell, I mean, if Chris Reed can't snap, if he doesn't know the cadence, put Kyle Hinton in there. At least he's worked at center before. It's just atrocious. Ridiculous. Quay Walker, high-low, and KJ in the body slam. Also, there was a couple of shots out there from the Packers defenders that are just a little bit 09 Saints, just a little bit. Oli Udoh allowed the Kenny Clark strip sack when the Vikings actually had something going down the red zone, is what it is. Then the 10 men on the field defense debacle. You have 10 men, and Rodgers is literally just sitting there. Like, he's not snapping it. Like, he wants you to make a mistake. But also, the whole Rodgers trying to catch the defensive 12 men on the field, he's really the only quarterback who does that consistently, and it is a cheap way to get 5 yards. Yes, it is within the rules. Is a Bush League? Yes. Yes, it is. I mean, there's a reason why, guys like Brady, guys like Mahomes, guys like Josh Allen, guys like Joe Burrow, they don't do that. But Rodgers does it all the time, and he gets lauded for it. I mean, the announcers are just like clapping seals. Oh, look what he did. So stupid. So stupid, man. But overall, guys not on the losers list, like I said, I don't put Kirk Cousins on there. I don't really put the defense on there either because, yes, they gave up some plays, but they were put in some tough spots as well. So, I don't know. Just overall, it was a debacle, and it's just one of those games where it's just like, obviously you want it better given the circumstances. Vikings could have kept pace for the 1 seed, whatever. But now, just looking at the NFC, I mean, the Vikings can still get the 2 seed if the Niners lose, except the Niners are hosting the tragic franchise of Arizona. So the Niners aren't going to lose. The Vikings are at Chicago. And even if they win, both teams ends up 13-4, the Niners will have the 2 seed by virtue of the second tiebreaker, which is conference record, and the Vikings can't catch them. So the Vikings, in all likelihood, will be hosting the 6 seed Giants in the first round of the wild card, which I'm fine with. I mean, bring them on. Beat their ass last week. We'll do it again. And now, rest everyone week 18. Make sure to try and get people as healthy as possible for the playoff push and go from there. Also, so I've been told that the Packers are so good. So if the Packers, they control their own destiny for the 7th seed. So if they beat the Lions at home, by the way, hey, congratulations for the Packers. The schedule makers just giving the Packers 2 home games to finish out the season. What a coincidence. But they're hosting the Lions week 18, game 17. And if they get in as the 7th seed, I've been told that they're really good. So they should go in San Francisco and beat the Niners, right? Which would set up a divisional round game. Wait, no. That'd be messed up. That'd be incorrect. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, does not matter in the slightest, but yeah, kind of tough, but think about this. Get everyone healthy, get into the playoffs, let's get weird, and go from there. But your thoughts are thoughts. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work, put a little something in the Venmo, but until next time, Skol, production value.